Hello everybody, today I'm here with the Disney Mirrorverse 3.0 game update notes. I don't typically talk about these, but I do get early access to them so I can get the content out to you guys right away. So I figured I might as well check it out. You guys seem to be interested in hearing me talk about different upcoming stuff with Mirrorverse, and I am excited about it as well. There's some cool stuff in this update, so I figured I'd try it out, and if you guys like to see it, I can continue doing it in the future, just let me know. So this update is coming out on November 22nd, which should be tomorrow, and it's going to include a new story chapter 9, event leaderboards, 2 new guardians coming next month, and more. Now the guardians are not shown in this in any way, no teasers or nothing, but apparently Disney is going to be showing us those new guardians very soon. Not sure if that'll be like over social media or what, but as soon as we find them out, I might also make a video just to talk about them because that's always my most excited thing. But if they're just in the game on the 22nd, then obviously I'll just make a video on that as well. So let's start out with Chapter 9, Gods and Monsters. The latest chapter in the Mirrorverse story is here. This chapter marks the end of the story's first act and sees the Guardians facing the danger of an unfathomable threat in a never-before-seen environment, the Underworld. So they kind of had these acts in the original version of the game, so it seems like they're kind of sticking to that, and Chapter 9 will be the final section of the story's act. With the Stellar Mirror safe once more, the Guardians head to the Underworld to take the fight into enemy territory and stop Hades before he can unleash a being of unimaginable power and conquer the entire Mirrorverse. I'd imagine he might get away with it if there's going to be more story. As part of the celebration of this chapter's release, new limited time objectives will be available until December 13th to reward your efforts with exclusive cosmetics and valuable resources. Don't miss this chance of proving your mastery over the fractured forces. Finally, during the first 24 hours of the chapter's release, players will be able to enjoy a double energy recharge rate to assist you in venturing deeper into story. So that's a nice little bonus there. They also have an event leaderboards thing. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically they're just awarding you more for doing the things you're already doing. It's a kind of complicated way of putting you into these different leagues, but ultimately you're just getting rewarded for playing the game, and maybe you'll do it a bit more just to get those rewards. So I think that's always a good incentive. There's also this really cool image with Fractured Feud event, which you saw in the thumbnail, of course. And the Fractured Feud event is a new type of event quest that is coming to Mirrorverse. Take on hordes of the Fractured in the survival style event. Outlast waves of enemies until the timer runs out to earn rewards such as universal motes, book pages, and relic crystals. The Fractured Feud event will be available on normal, hard, and expert difficulties. This new event type will be available for 1 week, returning approximately once per month. Take on the first feud starting on December 15th. So it's kind of like a survive it as long as you can. Looks like there will be a time limit though, so even if you are surviving for a very long time, you also need to be able to take out the enemies quickly. And I'm interested to try that out. I'll probably make a video on it when it releases. Not really my type of event, but I am excited about this next thing, the combat challenges. The Fractured Forces present their latest challenge to the Guardians yet with the release of combat challenges. 4 new encounters have been added to select story chapters, normal difficulty, to challenge newcomers to the Mirrorverse. In these, you must bring specific Guardians to tackle custom-tailored challenges that will test your knowledge about their abilities. Here's where you can find each of them. So yeah, I've kind of been suggesting this in my videos actually recently, that they should do this. And I really hope they continue to do stuff like this, because otherwise most fights in the game feel pretty much the same. You bring in your best Guardians, you do the same actions every time. This one actually forces you to bring in specific Guardians, learn new strategies. I don't know how good I'll be at it, but I think it's a really fun idea to change up the gameplay that is kind of stagnated for a long time. So I'm really excited to try those out. Hopefully they are not too difficult. I guess we'll see. And then dangerous dungeon updates. There's a bunch of stuff here that I will put on screen. I don't have anything particularly interesting to say about any of those. I don't know a lot about dungeon myself. I play it now and then, but not a big dungeon guy. So if you're interested in any of that, I have it on screen here. There are also some Rift Raids updates, but it's a very small amount of stuff. There's also a bunch of Guardian updates and updates and improvements that, again, I don't really have anything interesting to say about, but I have on screen just in case you're interested in any of that. And that is everything for the patch notes. I'm very curious to see who these Guardians are going to be. I always have fun trying to look at the teaser and see if I can guess who it is, so it is kind of sad that we're not getting it this time around. But I assume in the future we'll get those teasers again, because those are always the most fun part of these new updates for me. It really feels like we just got Kermit and Raya, so it's kind of crazy that we're getting reveals for new Guardians so early. But, I mean, it has been like a little over a week, I think, or maybe a little bit more, that we've had the opportunity to at least get Raya, and then Kermit will be coming out soon as well. But yeah, I suppose just getting ready for the next stuff. All these events kind of are coming out in December anyway, so it's kind of just like getting this stuff ready. But Chapter 9, I think, is also a good thing to add because the previous chapter came out quite a while ago. I'm sure a lot of people have already finished it. Even I have had the opportunity to finish it, which isn't too common, so I think that's good. And all these events are just showing that they're constantly thinking of ways to make the game more entertaining, adding more things for you to do. And me and almost everybody playing Mirrorverse are really loving what they're doing with this game, and I can't wait to try all this stuff out. I want to hear what you guys think about it. If you are going a bit more in depth with this stuff than I am, if you have any thoughts on any of these things. And again, let me know if you want me to talk about these updates in the future. I'm not that analytical or critical, but if you like to watch my stuff for Mirrorverse content and you like to see these updates right as they're released to the public, you want to hear my thoughts on them, I can of course always do them. So let me know. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon. Goodbye.